Hi Gemini, and welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive, and thank you so much for being here. So what I'm here to do is I'm going to do a read for you and that other person. And what that other person might be, it might be a friend or family member. It could be a significant other, as well as a person of interest, or even a boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever that is, okay? So this is about love, okay? And this is going to be my series about you and the other person. This will run from May 16th through the 31st, 2019. This will be for all Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus signs. If you're not sure what those signs are, check my complimentary link below. Click it, plug in your birth data. It'll pop out your whole well, actually, I should say your birth chart, and then you can check those other signs and see what they are, and then check out those other videos as they come out, okay? So, okay, hope you got all that, all right? So, I just got back from my 2 weeks being off. I could use another 2 weeks. But I wanted to get back to y'all here and make sure that I got these out for you. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what's in store for Gemini. Again, this will be May 16th through the 31st, 2019. What's in store for Gemini? What's going on for Gemini? Let's see what that is. I'm going to go ahead and cut the cards, and then we will get going. Let me go ahead and move the camera down here too as well. So just bear with me for a second, okay? All right, so let's just pull this down a little bit. That way you can kind of see a little bit. You don't need to look at my coconut water over here. All right, so let's do this. One more shuffle. Let's cut the deck and see what's in store for Gemini. We're gonna freestyle this a little bit, guys, and see what wants to come up. Layla. Ooh, this used to be my favorite. Used to be my favorite perfume a while back. I don't know if you ever heard of it. I mean, it's gorgeous, but this is beautiful. So what this is telling me, it's almost as if, now this is a 34 card, which actually reduces to a 7. And the 7s are about having faith in numerology, right? So it's all about having that faith and in terms of moving forward, whether it's a relationship, whatever that is, that's what seems to kind of want to, be moving forward. Okay. So, very beautiful. And what I see here is that it's almost as if that it's like the divine, it's like surrender. So in some sort of way, it's almost as if you're depicting this angel on this card as if it's almost as if you're surrendering, okay? And it is happened to be a very angelic number, right? It's a very spiritual number. It is associated with mysticism, right? So that could be something that you're looking into, maybe perhaps using your intuition or your inner wisdom, or having some sort of deep inner knowing about someone or something, or as it pertains to this situation at hand. Okay, so that's what's coming. That's what's coming in play. Okay, it says positive things are freely flowing. Okay, they're freely flowing to you and through you. Okay, at this time. So that's what I'm seeing here. So quite beautiful. Okay. So and interestingly enough, with it being a 7, sometimes that it can also even be something that symbolizes that you've been working really, really hard, and now it's time for you to rest, right? And making this a time for you to really, really relax. It's also even considered a very, very lucky number, in terms of, it's just a lucky number overall. It's a symbol of perfection. So it's about perfecting yourself. And a lot of times it takes, you surrendering in some way, shape, or form. And so that's what's coming into play. So this is beautiful. So let me know if that's the case. And then that's what's, currently might be something that you're doing at this particular moment. Maybe in life or in this relationship, surrendering to this relationship, whatever that looks like. So you're being given the gift of of no noise, no self, and no sense, because what's happening is that the beloved, like your source, wants you to move closer to it. So whatever your source is, whatever the divine is to you, it wants you to move closer to it. And it's just the real you, okay? The real you is wants to kind of move, kind of flow through, okay? So it's almost as if that you're moving through a period of not knowing something as well, so you have to surrender, okay? You're not knowing something, okay? and it's almost like there's this there's a crack that's open that is ready to take root, but it can't open in the light where it's seen and recognized by a lot of people. It has to happen in the darkness. And this is saying that trust that it will happen. And if you do that, you're going to actually have success. So it's like, when a seed is planted, it's got to be under the ground where no one can see it. And then it's got to gestate. It's got to pull in its nutrients that it needs. So you've got to take in what it is that you need for you right now, as it pertains to a certain situation or a love relationship, or perhaps maybe the love for yourself. But whatever this is happening right now, it's got to pull in the nutrients. You've got to take good care of it. Get water, what it is, drinking lots of water, purifying yourself so it can actually sprout up into the light. That's when the seed actually cracks and it can open up into the light, and then it looks into the light and it surrenders to the light, and knowing that the nature is going to, and the sun is going to provide everything that it needs moving forward. So this is quite beautiful. So what else, Gem, wants to come out for you here? Let's see. Note your comments below if this resonates. You've got passion for purpose. Ooh, there's a lot of passion here. This must be, there's something in this relationship. I don't know if it's a relationship, you've got a passion towards something, but there's a purpose for this. It's almost as if maybe you're coming together with someone, that the passion that you experience together is for a purpose. It's for a greater purpose. You can see there's this beautiful woman that's in the background. She's kind of being wrapped up in there. So you're being wrapped up in passion, but it's serving its purpose in some way, shape, or form. It's bringing you out of the darkness, and it's almost as if that whatever it is that you're passionate for at this time, you're going to know what that is. Whatever that is to you, fill in the blank. What's happening is that it's serving some sort of purpose for the greater good of personal development, for the greater good of the world, whatever that is. This is a 2 card, so it's almost as if there's 2 people coming together. This is like duality, right? So it could be 2 people, it could be something like that, but it's quite beautiful. There is a reason that you're coming together with another, because it's serving some sort of purpose in some way, shape, or form. Okay. It is also it's almost as if you're being true to yourself, and this is about passion is not it's almost as that, like, sometimes we can be fearful of passion, and that there's no guarantees of success. And we might be even, throwing away a stable and secure life to pursue our passions. These are the fears that many of us kind of think about, and especially in modern society. And they're so misplaced, because life supports all things based on their true nature. The birds are given air, and then they can fly, right? The fish are given water where they can actually swim. And just as I mentioned, like the plants are given life, just as we talked about, for growth. Different flowers are going to flourish in different environments, okay? And so just keep that in mind, and just know that each aspect of creation is given what it requires, so it may become what it is meant to be. And that is for its unique destiny to be fulfilled. So what is your destiny, John? Think about what that is. What is it? A destiny to come together in a relationship, co-create, to do whatever that is. What is your destiny? Because your passion has its purpose, okay? Where it gets, into difficulty, it's not bringing in our genuine passion for life. So really, it's about learning and letting go, of attachment, and how things are supposed to happen, because we can struggle and free ourselves, to free ourselves of any sort of expectation, any expectation, perhaps, that to be something that we are really, really not. And all the divine path of love asks for us is just to follow our passion. It really, truly does. It wants us to follow our passion, become conscious of what it is, and stop play acting and attempting to be a false self, and simply love and accept your real self. And I think that that's what you're doing right now. You're embracing the real self in you, or in this situation or relationship or whatever. So beautiful, guys. And again, it could be, it could be, coming together of two people. The next card I get is the 21 card, which is a 3 card. This is all about that creativity, inspiration. And this is about the sacred phoenix heart. I think this is like, the phoenix is rising. It's almost as if that phoenix within your heart is rising. So whatever you're passionate about is rising, and it's causing, you've got a lot of passion here. You got a lot of passion here. So this, it could be in this relationship, whatever the case may be. But that's what's really coming through. This is really, really beautiful. And it really talks about too, is that, that you are guided to accept the closed doors, the pain, and to let them become that tinder to the burning fire in your heart. That's what's kind of, I kind of feel that. Right? So cry whatever tears that need to be cried, so that you can dry them and be ready to create the sparks that your heart needs. See, this sacred phoenix is ready to die into the life within you, but it's hungry for the fire. So let it feast, in its death, so it can fulfill its potential. Because you're gonna achieve your divine destiny and become born again into this new form, and you're gonna be more divinely aligned and alive than you ever have been before. And it could be from this union. It could be it's just igniting that within you, and it very much well could be. It could do also with creativity as well. So quite beautiful. What else wants to come out for you? The lion and the deer. Oh, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. So having the courage, to really, really move forward. The 22 card brings the 4, and that brings that stability, right? It's that 4 is about having that strong foundation in terms of moving forward. So you get the 21, and then, that phoenix in the heart that's being reborn into, you're letting whatever in you die that wasn't, really serving the greater purpose in your life at this moment. And then you're letting it come out, and you move into the next, which is the lion and the deer. And it's beautiful because it's all about, just really, it's almost as if that there is an adventure that you're having together with someone. You're opening up with new eyes like a deer, but you're being courageous like a lion in terms of moving forward. And it's taking that passion, and it's almost like if it's converging with someone or something. Okay, so it could be the relationship, whatever that case may be. But this is basically saying is that you're being asked to bear the chaos so you can rediscover who you are. And it may be that the talents from this or other lifetimes are being reawakened, and it's going to cause you some discomfort at first, but they're going to ultimately bring you the joy and greater fulfillment. So there might be discomfort around you in a relationship, maybe in that side of thing. It could be around talents, how you're going to express them, and about overcoming shame, guilt, doubt, or other judgments. Okay. But really, it may even be about who you are. If you now admit your talent or emerging personality traits that are happening, because something is being unearthed in you right now that's giving away to this transformation and this, kind of moving forward. It's when you're kind of like the lion and the deer, and you're not gonna, it's almost as like your refusal to accept and disrespect, any disrespect in your life. You're gonna kind of go through that, and you're not gonna tolerate any lies or deceptions, okay? So this is just saying that you're gonna prosper most now if you're willing to unbecome what you believed yourself to be. Because it was never truly anyway. A lot of times on this earthly plane, we wear these masks, right? And it's basically saying is that you're taking that off, and
you know, who you were pretending to be was partial at best, right? It's just a view. It's just an identity. It's not a genuine reality. And what's happening is that you're going to really transition into the full expression of being. And that's what's happening for you right now. And you're gonna shed old ways of doing things. So it's almost as it's almost as if the things are coming to you, and it's like you're shedding away things that aren't serving you, and you're moving towards the light. So this is beautiful. What about this other person? Let's take a look at this other person. The angel of Razbar. This other person is surrendering to the situation on what that looks like. I think that this person, perhaps, this is a 27 card. This is a 9 card coming to fruition. So they are coming to fruition and also seeing the light in some way, shape, or form. But seeing the light on how the universe can actually help them, and how they can actually move and flow with the universe. And it can ground them and create a lot more confidence. Ground them, which is the root chakra of this color, and then the confidence really comes from the solar plexus, which is, you know, moving into the light. And this person is surrendering. So it's almost like this person is going through some sort of transmutation as well, but surrendering to the light and the divine to lead that person into what they need to do moving forward in this situation, okay? You who show the way. This person might be a spiritual person that you're involved with. They're a person that shows others the way as they learn and move in their own way. And as they discover and work things on their journey, they share what they learn with others. So you might be involved with someone like that in some way, shape, or form. And they're going through a lot of different emotions right now. They're going through kind of a lot of different emotionals, turmoil, and they're learning. You know, it's kind of like they're feeling the waters and surfing the waters, but also looking to the light. Now the card here is a 33 card, which is a 6. 6 is about growth. They're sharing their growth with others. And I think that they're also, you are also growing together in some way, shape, or form. You are growing from this person is growing from you. So there is some sort of divinity within this that's taking place here. So it is quite beautiful. So I really like to see this, but it is moving towards the light, but it's also communicating. Being able to communicate, because this is the throat chakra, is all that blue that you see through here, and then you move to the solar plexus, which is seeing the light and getting that confidence to share with others, moving through the obstacles, the waves, the ups and the downs, the emotional turmoil, but then coming out, focusing on the light and being able to almost stand on water. And what I mean by that is being able to overcome these emotional challenges to where they could be that light, that lighthouse for others. So you might be dealing with someone in that, you're that phoenix rising, and they're just going through it in their own way as well. So that's actually quite beautiful. Wow. So it's almost as that this person is being gifted with a sign, and something is about ready to be resolved. They've been working on something really for a long time, and whatever it is, it's going to be resolved. This has nothing to do with you. This has something to do with them. Okay? They don't have to hold on to anything to feel that they'll be more worthy. They are already worthy. And I think that they're really, really, really discovering that. And you might even be seeing that in them, and that's helping the situation or that relationship or whatever it is at hand. What else for this other person? Note your comments below, guys, okay? Beyond the threshold of fear. Oh, again, like we talked about, they're moving from the darkness into the light. And it's really a strong thing. You can see within this person is they're really they're surrendering, moving to the light. You see over here is that they are moving to the light as they're going through some real deep emotions, but they're also their light is definitely being solved, and whatever it is that's been holding them back, it's been solved, and it's in the process of being solved. Okay, they're kind of surfing their emotions
that have been really totally brought them down into the underworld. And I don't mean that in a a very evil way, just the fact that it has brought them to act in a more of lower energies, so to speak. But what's happening is that they're confronting these. They're looking fear in the eye and they're confronting that, and they're seeing the light, and they're moving out of the threshold of fear and really, really beyond that. This is a 25 card, that's a 7, and that's about having faith to see the light, and they are moving forward to that. This was a very, very big change for this person in some way, shape, or form. Okay, so it's almost as if they're kind of giving their mind a memo and to get used to the new way of things, and to take the steps and move forward, really to use their legs and find the power and the steadiness within them. And that's what they're trying to do. That's what they're doing right now. And they're going through that. They're going through that murky filter of fear, and they're starting to trust in their vision. Okay, and that's beautiful. Excuse me, I had a. Sorry, guys. That is some dark energy. That is some really, really tumultuous, whatever they had gone through. It was something that made it difficult for them to speak, to become the real self, and to not hide. That's beautiful. Let me see what else wants to come out. Wow. Oh gosh, this is beautiful. With grace, they are doing this with ultimate grace. Look at this surrender. Look at from the beginning and look at to the end over here. Look at that. The light is following them, and they know that they need to surrender. And this is giving up any sort of control in the process, and but really confronting what it is that they need and asking the divine for the help that they need in this situation. So you got to let me know, guys, maybe that in some way, shape, or form, because it's almost as if that they are really recognizing the beauty and the light within them, and they're asking for a source to show them the way to get out of that fear. And they're moving through it. There's no doubt about it. It's a 24 card, and that brings it to a 6, which is growth. That is just some beautiful, beautiful growth that's coming into play here. Wow. Very, very beautiful. It's almost as if that it's giving them this person a message that they can attain that next stage of life of growth. And that's the ascension. That is ascension. That is an ascension in some way, shape, or form. They're well equipped to move forward, no matter what they might believe about their situation or their circumstances or anything else, even themselves or others involved. They have it within them to really, really move forward with grace and see themselves through anything. And they're bold enough to do it. And I think that you're being in the presence of this, and you are also mirroring each other, because you're actually this sacred phoenix of the heart. It's almost as if that your true emotions are rising, and it's becoming expressed, and you are also going through this. Look at how you're mimicking each other. There's you and there's the other side, right? You're both in a point of surrendering, right? And then you get more of that, right? You get more of that through the process. The phoenix rising, right? And it's almost as if that this other person is seeing the light within them, and they're rising and rising themselves to that light, right? And you're being transformed and shaken. This other person is transformed and shaken all the way again into the light. So there's a lot of information here. Wow. Let's go ahead and see what it is that you want to say to this person, Gem, and then what this other person wants to say to you. Let's see what that is, what that looks like. How interesting. Yeah, you're kind of mirroring each other a little bit. You're both going through a change, an ascension.
and in your own way, in a different, maybe that's that powerful passion. So what is it you want to say to this person? When you treat me this way, it feels like you don't respect me. Is that true? So does that person disrespect you in some way, shape, or form? So that's what's coming into play, and that's how you're feeling, and that's what's putting words to this. So note your comments below if that is the case, because look at your partner right in the eye and really, really ask him or her to take full responsibility for the lack of respect, whether it is in some way, shape, or form that maybe that you felt. So note that, and note that if that is the case. What else, Jem, do you want to say to this other person? Here it is. I'm your friend. It's painful seeing how quickly I can become your enemy. Whoa. So in some way, shape, or form, this person, maybe you felt like that in some way, shape, or form that something that made you, some sort of reaction that made you feel like you were their enemy and not your friend. So you really wanted to really make it a point and drill down to them. I am your friend first. And it scares me. It's about focusing on friendship more than anything, that you have to have that before you can have anything else. It's having that honesty, that communication, and to be able to acknowledge when things are uncomfortable. Wow, how interesting, Jem. Let's see what this other person wants to say to you. Here it is. You don't have to agree with me, but it hurts when you don't take me seriously. So in some way, shape, or form, this probably person felt you didn't feel respected in some way, shape, or form, and this person felt that they weren't taken seriously. So it's almost like respect on both sides, and it's just going to be communication. Enough with this crummy interaction. I mean, 9 times out of 10, the person who is really saying this is met by the other party with a renewed respect as a result. So if this person does come across and say that, it's almost as if that you, Jem, kind of take it as, okay, I respect that. I understand what you're saying because I'm kind of feeling this way, here. So this is really helping breach the gap a little bit. What else can help you in the process? I want us to stop doing what we're doing to each other, both of us now. Enough is enough is enough. Okay, and that's what this person is really, really saying, okay? It's really comforting. There's something comforting about this, that being able to say this, but also, finding that there's also a grown-up in the room. So being able to say that. So that's interesting. So what's going to help you in the process, Jem, through this? What's going to help you navigate this with a little bit more ease? Loneliness. This is saying to know, Jem, that you're never alone. You're never, ever, ever alone. And this is what the divine wants to communicate with you. All that blue is also about communication. So it is about to know that you are never, ever alone. The divine is with you all the time. Okay, what else is going to help you? Surrender. Release your need for control. Okay, and that's what this is saying. So if there's a way that you want this to work out in some way, shape, or form, release the outcome, release having control over it. This is about the root chakra being grounded and also using the divine, which is that purple there, the sixth sense. Well, I should probably say the crown chakra. So it really is about rooting yourself and grounding yourself by surrendering and then using your crown chakra for guidance. And what else more can help you in this process? Having gratitude. Being thankful for life and all the opportunities that it represents or that presents itself to you, especially even within this relationship or situation. This other person, this is about having patience. Everything happens in divine order. And that's what this is letting. It's in this situation, this patience is going to be very, very important for both of you. And any final things here. Friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. This is beautiful. So, oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. So let me know how this resonates with you, Jem, in some way, shape, or form. Note your comments below. I look forward to seeing you in the month of June. And until then, namaste.